is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth move and then swept away, I'm stolen. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together as sky falls. That sky falls. Skyfall is where we start. 1,000 miles and poles apart, where worlds collide and days are dark. You may have my number, you can take my name, but you'll never have my heart. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together. Let the sky fall when it crumbles. We will stand tall and face it all together as sky falls. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Where you go, I go.
So, as you guys can see, my brand new hypercar is a 2023 Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport, which there's only two 2023s in the world, and mine is the second one, which is absolutely insane. 4 billion men in the world and only 60 Chiron Pure Sports, and I'm one of the owners, which is a true blessing. But you know what? It's getting late, it's starting to rain, so I'll see you guys inside the whip tomorrow. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far. And yes, for those of you guys in my DMs who guessed it was a Bugatti, you guys were 100% correct, but it's not any Bugatti. Again, it's a pure sport. There's 4 billion men in this world, and I'm one of 60 who own a pure sport now, which is honestly a true blessing. And I know there's been some of you guys who've been watching me since like the GTR days, and for those of you guys that have stuck around this long and have seen the whole journey, just want to say thank you guys for following the journey this long. It's honestly been absolutely amazing. If you told me when I first started my trading career, in just 8 years, which is realistically, it's not like a lot of time, to have owned 2 Bugattis in 1 year, I would say you're lying. It's honestly, it's a true blessing. It's absolutely crazy. This spec is insane too. I feel like it's a very like well all around spec, because there's some specs that I was looking at that was like a very like bright color, like a red or a green, which yes, they looked incredible, but I was also thinking about it from a perspective of like when I made this decision, of course there's like a few cars in mind in my budget, you know, like I was looking at potentially even like a LaFerrari, but then the problem with the LaFerrari is like, yeah, sure, you can get one for like $4.5 million as well, but they're 2014, they have no warranty, and I don't want to have to deal with any potential headaches, like if, you know, something happens to the car and it's like a minor like, and it's like I hit like a, I don't know, a speed bump wrong or a pothole sticking out of the street and I destroy the front end, have to come out of pocket that because insurance doesn't want to cover it. Like I don't even want to have to deal with something that's like that. Or if anything just breaks on the car with no warranty, that's absolutely crazy, you know? So when it came to this car in specific, it was one owner. I bought it with 1,200 miles. And the crazy thing that they told me about it was that there's no market realistically for this car right now that they estimate it to be around $5 million. I bought it for a few $100 grand less than that. But it's a 2023 Chiron Pure Sport. If you look online, every other Chiron Pure Sport that you see online is like a 2021 Chiron Pure Sport with maybe like 4,000 or 5,000 miles that's for sale, and they're selling for like 4.3, 4.4, some more 4.7, depending on the actual mileage itself. And this car has warranty and service fully paid for the next 4 years, which is absolutely, I mean, it's
You just save up M3 competition.
literally, so like the yearly service, whether you drive the car or not, is a minimum of 50 grand that I'd have to be spending a year. So I'm saving that while essentially purchasing this car. So it was a really great deal on the car in terms of the overall car, the value, and of course, like one thing that's important with these hypercars that I always look at is service and maintenance, and all of that is covered. So my service is going to be covered. The car still has warranty for the next few years as well. There's a few other options that I was looking at, like, you know, of course, like I also looked at a P1, but that's also like a 2014, 2015 car that every 5 years you have to replace the hybrid battery. I looked at a Koenigsegg, a Regera as well. The only thing I didn't really like about the Regera is I didn't feel like it could be like a hypercar that's like your only hypercar. I don't know how to describe it, to be honest with you. Like, it's a beautiful car and I definitely would love to own one day, but what I just really didn't like about the Regera too much was that it was like it's a 1-gear transmission, and I like to always be in manual mode, like kind of fucking around with the paddles and everything. And the Koenigsegg's were a lot different car. You know, there's a few options that were on the table, but since I had my first Bugatti, I knew the one I wanted was a Pure Sport, and when I had the option to get out of my Bugatti, that was essentially why I had switched. Was, okay, well, you know what, I can get out of this car now, I can get a different car in the meantime until I'm ready for a Pure Sport, which I didn't expect it to be so soon, to be honest with you. So, you know, it's honestly a true blessing. This car is absolutely stunning, especially when I get out of the car and I actually see it from like the different angles. I really get an appreciation of the craftsmanship of the car. And of course, like that W16 quad turbo is absolutely insane as well. And the thing about it too is it's like a different league within like the Chiron group. So you have the Chiron, which is the regular Chiron, that they kind of average around like $3.1, $3.2 million. It's kind of like the first Chiron they ever made. And then you have the Chiron Sport, which was my previous Chiron. So on the Chiron Sports, there's only 60 made, and there's minor differences compared to the regular Chiron. Like if you guys look at a regular Chiron, you have like these big 2 just exhaust pipes, versus on the Chiron Sport, you have like a quad exhaust pipes all kind of centered. So it has higher horsepower, extra top speed, and then on top of that, there's only 60 compared to the Chiron. And then you have the Chiron Pure Sport, which is of course this one, which is 60 in the world. And one thing I didn't know about the Chiron Pure Sport is that it hits like a max of like 220 miles an hour, because it's the race car version of the Chirons overall, and it has the crazy aero and the downforce and the big wing. That's one thing I love about the Chiron, is that huge ass wing, which this car, I'm not gonna lie, like for it being a hypercar, has pretty decent visibility. Like all these windows have a big windshield too. Like I have pretty decent visibility. Obviously the back is a little bit obscured, but yeah, that's whatever. And the sky panels, like it's so many different options that I didn't know when it came to like these hypercars. Like this sky panel alone is like an $82,000 option, which is crazy. Each headlight is roughly, look, breaking necks. Each headlight is roughly around like $290,000. So you're talking about literally a GT3 per headlight, which is absolutely insane. It's just like all these little things I didn't know. And to me, like we got into a discussion the other day on how much my front lip was, and it's a carbon fiber front lip. I thought the carbon fiber front lip was gonna be maybe like 20, 30 grand. And they were like, no, bro, that shit's like $200,000, $300,000. I'm like, what? No way. So I called the dealership. I'm like, yo, how much is the carbon lip on my car? It's like, yeah, the carbon lip alone is 90 grand, but the whole bumper itself is about $250,000. So it's like, do I report if I get into if I break the lip? Do I get into a minor and I break the lip and I have to replace the lip? It's like, do I report it to insurance and potentially take depreciation, or do I just take the L on the $250,000 and just buy the carbon lip? So it's like so many little things that I didn't know, that as I went through the experience of owning these cars is when I really came down to it. And the one thing I really like about the Chirons, especially compared to the Veyrons, is that the tires are not as expensive as what people would think to replace. So on the Veyrons, the reason why they were like 30, 40 grand to replace the tires is because they have to glue the tire onto the actual wheel itself. Because what happens is that car has so much power, at the time, the actual wheel would spin inside of the tire, and it was just absolutely crazy. And this car, it doesn't have that issue. So I think I replaced the tire on my last Chiron, bro. I got quoted like $3,000 for the rear tire, which is, it's really not that bad. It's got some meaty tires. And the thing about this car is, I believe it's also tuned differently as well. The boost per gear is different because they're more focused on like the power down low, versus on my Chiron Sport, like first and second gear, while yes, it still felt fast, you really felt the full power and potential of this car once it popped into third gear. That's when you really felt the 1,500 wheel horsepower. Now, actually, this car too, it doesn't come with a speed key, which I don't know why. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. I'm gonna assume that because it's like the race car version, you have the full potential of the full car the entire time. And then obviously on these modes is different too here as well. So on this mode you have the lift, you have the regular kind of comfort driving mode, you have Autobahn mode, and then you have track mode. I don't believe in my previous Chiron I actually had a track mode, which is something I feel like I would have remembered, but I don't. But I mean, bro, guys, just listen to these turbos, bro. Listen to this wastegate. It's absolutely insane. And this car too, the handling is obviously 10 times better than my previous Chiron because it's more like track focused and it's more track oriented, and it's absolutely crazy, bro. And you guys, I mean, you guys have seen me buy endless cars. So those of you guys that follow me like on Instagram, those of you guys have been following my YouTube channel for maybe quite some time, you guys have seen me buy endless cars. And bro, for those of you guys that have been watching my whole journey since the very beginning, because I still have a lot of you guys, oh look, a random SVJ. What the fuck? But I still think the SVJ is one of the best cars.
It's a trophy car.
Yeah, if somebody gave me the option,
did
bro.
You see the renders they've been doing about the Revuelto SVJ?
With the, I've been seeing a lot of renders with the Revuelto SVJ wing on it, not the like Revuelto SVJ. That's what I'm waiting for. That's why, to be honest, I'm not really like yeah, I ordered the Revuelto, I put a deposit and everything, but I'm probably just gonna buy it. I won't say anything that I bought it, and then maybe drive it around for a month or two,
They're gonna get it.
put 3-4 miles, and then just sell it, bro. Because I'd rather have the Revuelto SVJ when it comes out. And the thing about the Revueltos too, like you guys ask me all the time, Joe, when is the Revuelto getting here? It's still gonna take like 6 months to get here. Who knows what the market's gonna be on them, because Lamborghini is continuously producing the Revuelto. So it's like, I don't really know if I want the Revuelto, to be honest with you. Like, I really wanted it at first when I saw the range, because it's like new, it's futuristic, you know, and it looks crazy. The performance is absolutely nuts too, but
it's better to wait for the special edition.
It's better to wait for the special editions because my money is going to be safer long term, you know? That's the thing about it too. And it's like somebody offered me like 800K on my SVJ, and that's low for an SVJ because the car market is just suffering all around, and I declined that. I'm like, bro, I don't even want to entertain an offer that's not at least $1 million plus. Just fuck that, bro. It's just not what it is. So yeah, we're pulling up to Micro Center because I came to buy a full racing sim. I have a new office, which I'll show you guys, and have my boy follow me in the RSQA, because obviously we can't fit nothing in here. But again, guys, we've got a new exciting challenge coming. I'm not talking about like a challenge account and evaluation. I'm talking about we're doing something new on the YouTube channel. So to give you guys like a little sneak peek, which I'm sure I'm going to be talking about it more on my YouTube channel as we post more videos, because this video is going to take at least a month to record, and then probably like 6 weeks before it's actually posted. So yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm grabbing 5 traders, I'm giving them $20,000, and they're gonna essentially trade throughout the month. We're doing like a 30-day trading challenge. Let's see who makes the most money. I'm also gonna be doing the challenge as well, so I'm excited for this process. I'm excited for that video to drop. It's probably gonna take like 6 weeks, because it's gonna take obviously 30 days of recording the content, and then getting it edited, and then after Thanksgiving, because this is gonna roll into Thanksgiving, of course, and then posting the video. So I'm excited for that for you guys, because I want to bring you guys new content. I don't want the content to always be repetitive. But so guys, until the actual video is posted, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram if you don't already, at Lamboraul, because I'm going to be posting continuous updates on the challenge there and how everybody's doing, so you guys could kind of follow along the challenge before the actual video is posted. And I'll see you guys in the next video.